to play with expectations about what a pop star is supposed to look like, sound like, etc. I think is one of my favorite things to do.
It's time to see Dorian Electra. As a child, they grew up idolizing unapologetically flamboyant artists and characters like Bowie and Austin Powers. Cut to the artists now using their music and art to explore their own identity, celebrate, and dissect all aspects of gender. For Dorian, pop stardom is all-encompassing, something larger than just music. It's an entire experience of mind, sound, and aesthetics. I'm Jazz Jennings, LGBTQ+ advocate and a proud member of the trans community, and this is Scene.
You can call me Mr. It's Mr. to you. Dorian Electra.
I like to think of musician, especially nowadays, as something that is all-encompassing, especially with the internet, when so much of what we do is how we create this experience that people scroll past on their phones, you know? And I direct my own videos, style myself, often do my own makeup. Musician, in my mind, can encompass all of those things.
Careerboy.
When I first put out my song Careerboy in 2018, I really did not know what to expect. I thought people would think, oh, this is some schlocky drag performance, not really understanding the ambiguity of my own identity and how I was presenting myself. And to my surprise, people were way more receptive and way more like, oh wow, like this really speaks to me on so many different levels and stuff that I really never could have predicted. And I'm grateful that I've experienced a lot of positivity on the internet, because it's not always like that for people, you know?
I'm a very flaming flammable guy.
My first album was more of an exploration of flamboyance and the meaning of that. Not just critiquing, but also celebrating and reclaiming elements of masculinity. The critique is just as important as the celebration, to have a healthy and balanced view of it. And for me, someone who identifies as gender fluid, I enjoy all parts of the spectrum and I'm very chill about my identity and feel very fluid with it. So I really wanted to express that naturally through my music. The one thing that really does stick out to me when I look out at the world is, unfortunately, the growing divide right now culturally between the left and the right. We need to be having more communication with people that disagree with us, and I'm trying to do that a lot with my new project, My Agenda, and the topics that I'm delving into with incels and the whole kind of toxic online culture that is more associated with darker parts of the internet, and trying to critique, but also just to understand and just shed light on the kind of things that people are experiencing right now that maybe is not getting talked about as much. I use they, them pronouns now, but when I first started out with this, I had in my Instagram bio, they, she, he, like anything, you know? And I was happy with that at first, but then I noticed that everybody just started to default to she. It started feeling less and less authentic for me to have my friends or people that I was collaborating with to call me she. It just started to like resonate with me less and less. I also, when I heard the term non-binary at first, I was like, oh, that doesn't really resonate with me, because I was weird. I don't know why. Obviously this is not what it means, but in my mind when I first heard it, I was like, oh, assuming that kind of meant non-binary. Oh, you're not either one. You're like neither. You're like nothing, you know? I think a lot of people, when they hear the term non-binary, that is what they think. Obviously, non-binary is an umbrella term that means anything. It can mean so many things. It could be, you know, as many gender identities as there are individuals. Hearing gender fluid was, and I heard gender queer before that, and I didn't understand that term either. But then gender fluid, I was like, oh yeah, that one kind of works. To me, it's just about this chillness. It's not a rigid identity, but I'm also not really tied to it either. I think the idea of identity as a rigid fixed thing is also going to become outdated. We've been socialized to demand from not just others, but ourselves. You know, we want to see things and categorize them instantly rather than getting to know someone and feeling out those ambiguities. So I like to be in that ambiguous space. I definitely overthink things all the time. For example, I just got these extensions, you know, and I'm like, I wanted to have this epic like mullet and all this stuff, but then I'm like, oh my god, I haven't had long hair in like years, and like, are people perceiving me as like really feminine? And then, well, you know what, I actually don't care, but then I kind of do, you know, like all of these things. And then, you know, even the tone of my voice and when I'm singing and stuff too, you know, I have moments where I'm just like, gosh, I just hate the way my voice sounds. Like, I either sound like accidental Lana Del Rey feminine, or I'm trying to fight it and then I'm sounding like some ridiculous, like, you know, male choir leader or something. You know, it's like, there are definitely days where it's not easy, but I look at it really lighthearted, you know, and I just kind of find it all like a fun game. I try to view things that way, and it doesn't matter, all of this is a historical, like, social construct, gender and stuff, so it's something you can have fun with and play with. For me, queerness is not so much like a fixed identity or way of being. It's more of a broader outlook on the world of constantly questioning, whether that's questioning the gender norms or politics or economic system of the world that we've been raised in, whether that's questioning things about how we automatically assume our relationship to the environment, to other people, to other cultures, etc. Questioning all of those things and being open about the fluidity and ambiguity of identity and the ever-changing nature of ourselves personally, as well as relationships and the world in general. So that's kind of my philosophy of queerness for me personally.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of Scene. If you'd like to follow Dorian or hear more of their music, you can find them on Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. That's all for this episode. See y'all next time.
I'll be your Barbie boy, I'll be your favorite toy, I'll be your new best friend to the very end. I'll be your perfect man with the perfect hair, I'll be your favorite toy, I'll be your Barbie boy, I'll be your Barbie boy.